Hi friends, and welcome back to AmandaMuse. Today I'm going to talk to you about something pretty serious actually that took place. It's not clickbait, this is for real. The subject, the title of this video is true. So yesterday it sounds weird to say this out loud, but I was sexually assaulted. That is what the term is. The specific term is voyeurism, and let's get into it. So of course, without naming people, places, all of that stuff, I'm going to tell you high level what took place and the outcome and really what I've learned from the situation. And hopefully by sharing this story, I can help other people feel confident if this was ever to happen to them and how you should react in these types of situations. Sunday morning, long weekend, I had no plans, had no work to do, just hanging out with the family, and we decided we were gonna go buy some water guns, you know, like the really fun super soaker kind. So away we went, and of course, disclaimer, the family's home, it's still a long weekend, everybody's just hanging out. They've just finished up at the pool, so they're just chilling upstairs. But anyway, so off we go to the store, and Dean also wanted to pick up a tarp and get a few things for our little pool. We don't have like an in-ground pool, it's just like one of those steel kind of pools. Anyway, all good. Steel Pro, whatever they're called. I digress. So we get to the store. It's like any other Sunday, any other day walking through a store, except this time Dean took off towards the tarp section and I took off towards the pool section to go look at the water guns and the fun toys for the pool. Okay, cool. So I've got both kids with me and we show up in the section and there's people in the store as there normally is. Now in hindsight, looking back, there was this man and his child and he was being very I don't know how to explain it. You know, just like very conscious of what I was doing with the kids, very smiley, very chatty. So just as an example, I go and I'm looking at, they have these really cute Wonder Woman life jackets that slip over the kids' heads. They're super cute. I was like, hey, Esme, how cute is that? And then I noticed that the man's like, oh, hey, look at the Spider-Man life jackets. And I was like, that's weird, but whatever. People are weird. I'm not here to judge how you live your life. Maybe you're lonely, who knows? So, you know, whatever. But I noticed he's just kind of everywhere we are. And we honestly weren't in the store very long. I want to say about 5-7 minutes. At the end of this pool aisle, there was these really cute outdoor chairs. The kid sat in the chair. He popped up and he was smiling. I was like, it's weird. Why isn't, anyway, whatever. But I can't be bothered. Literally my reaction is, whatever, dude, go do your own thing. So I'm walking with the kids. And then we end up, oh, and I should say, disclaimer, yesterday I was wearing this really cute gray dress, hit just below the knee, very flowy and summery, you know? It's a summer day. You dress like it's summer. So anyway, we get into the aisle with the water guns, and keep in mind I have both kids with me and we're looking at the water guns. I got my eye on both kids, but you know you're conscious of your surroundings. I'm very aware of my surroundings. That's just my nature. Maybe it's having lived overseas, been in unique situations, different countries, I don't know, I'm just conscious of that stuff. Okay. So I actually don't have anything on me. I don't have a phone. I don't have a purse because Dean was just buying his tarp and it's a Sunday. I left my phone in the car, no big deal. So anyway, we're looking at the water guns and I'm looking at the water guns and I'm kind of tilted, not leaning, but tilted. And I notice, you know, just casually that the man and his child is about 7. He's about anywhere between 38 and 42, something like that. Maybe a little bit younger, I don't know. So he comes down the aisle behind, but then I noticed didn't carry on that way. And then I felt something on the back of my leg. This gets me real mad. So I'm gonna try not to cuss or cry or just freak out because it just happened yesterday. So I felt something on my calf. And I turn around quickly, and the man, I'm not kidding, is sorry, I don't like retelling this story in front of Esme because she's still really upset by this whole thing. So, okay, so I turn around, and like I said, I felt something on my calf, and it was really weird because my kids are in front of me. And when I turn around, the man is crouched down, crouched down behind me. I'm talking 2 to 3 inches away from my body, crouched down, and I could show you, but as if squatting, fully compressed, his knees and everything is compressed, with his phone in his hand, camera facing up. I instantly, in my gut, knew what this SOB just did. And I said, and I'm not a saint, okay? But I grabbed his phone and I said, I won't swear because let's keep it kosher here, but I said, you SOB, give me your phone. I know what you did. And at this point, my voice is getting pretty shrill. My kids are freaked. To be honest, I kind of went tunnel vision because I just felt completely violated and I needed to protect my family because I didn't know what this person was going to do. So I grabbed his phone and I have his phone in my hand and we're both holding his phone. He stands up and says, I didn't do anything. No, he didn't even say that. He says, I'm just with my kid. I said, I know what you did. Give me your phone. Give me your phone. I'm getting pretty upset. I'm not letting go of this phone. I'm not letting him walk away. I don't have a husband with me because my husband's in a different aisle. It's just my children and it's just him and his child, which is very upsetting, and I'll get to that in a minute. And I realize that I'm by myself. And I grab him by the neck at this point, shove him into the aisle, and I said, give me your phone. He turns away from me. It kind of makes me laugh that I had him by the neck. What an ass. What an SOB. So anyway, I have him by the neck and I've shoved him into the aisle. I said, give me your phone, really aggressively. And I realized there's nobody around. So I start screaming. I look around, I'm like, oh my God, there's nobody around. I start screaming, help, help, like this. And it gets me so mad. And then these two men come around the corner and they're like, what's happening? And I said, like, just shoppers, right? And I'm like, he took a photo of me of my dress. Help, help. And I'm screaming. And he's like, I'm just with my kid. I'm just with my kid. But he, like I said, I don't know if I mentioned this, but he turned away from me and was trying to delete something off of his phone. Like, it was very obvious what he had done. And I won't let go of him. I'm not letting him get away. So I've got him by the shirt, probably by the scruff of his collar. I can't remember. It's like up near his neck, his arm. I don't know. At this point, I could have ripped his eyeball out and wouldn't have even blinked an eye at it. So he's walking away and his kids following him. My kids have stayed in the aisle and I'm starting to panic now because I'm not letting him get away, but I've now lost sight of my children because they're in an aisle and I'm outside of the aisle. Well, a big crowd is forming and I'm screaming. And then I'm like, where's my husband? Oh my God, my kids. And so I looked at a lady and she caught eyes with me and she was another shopper. She's like, I've got your kids, don't worry. So she went in the aisle and stood with my kids. That's the part that gets me really upset because I had to walk away from my kids while this was happening. And I'm screaming and I feel like I'm screaming. I don't know if I was actually screaming, to be honest. And I'm saying, he took a picture of me up my dress. I want his phone. And women are going, take his phone from him right now. He won't let go of this phone. The person at the store, the clerk, the store was amazing. She comes, and this is a very big store. She goes, I'll take your phone. She took it from him. He says, I didn't do anything. And he's trying to leave. And nobody, at this point, there's a huge crowd. Nobody's going to let him leave. And there was this one guy, and oh my God, he was really irritating me. I don't know if he was actually undercover security at the store, which would make sense if he was, but he kept saying to me, calm down, I understand. I was like, do you understand? Have you ever been violated like that in a public space in front of your children? No, you have not. And I was so mad. I actually put my hand right up in like this and I went, enough. You don't understand what I've just experienced. Shut your mouth. You know, I didn't say anything rude to him, but I was like, zip it, like I'm trying to deal with something here. So I still haven't seen my kids because they're in that aisle, which is making me panic because I think any mother would agree that your children being out of your eyesight in a public space is very scary. Is this person working in a team? If somebody walked away with my children, like, I don't know. But that very nice lady had said she had my children and she was watching them, it's fine. So now you've got like that community aspect. There's people watching out for you. And I'm starting to panic and now I'm starting to feel like, oh my God, there's all these people watching me. I don't think I had let go of this man yet because I wasn't letting him walk away. So when the security came up and the security took him and the woman, she kind of like caught eyes with me and you can tell like when you're in that panic state, you're not quite comprehending what's happening. And she said, Nora, she said, it's okay. Security has him. The police are on their way. He is in a locked room in the back of the store. There are no windows. It's a locked door. He can't get out. So I started to calm down and then I realized, where are my children? So she said, it's okay. So I walked over, grabbed my kids, and she said, it's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to take you over to the other side of the store. You're going to sit down. We're going to find your husband. We're going to talk, and the police are going to talk to you. So I'm starting to like realize what just happened, and that adrenaline rush is starting to wear down. At this point, Dean comes walking around the corner, smiling. He looks at me. I've got Jack in an arm and Esme in my hand, and Esme's face is just like shocked, you know, like welled up, tears, and she's just like frightened, certainly frightened. I'm pretty sure Jackie was like very confused and scared. And Dean comes around the corner. He's like, huh? And looked at my face, thought I was smiling, realized there was tears pouring down my face, and all I could say was, this man just took a photo at my dress. They've taken him, and he, like any husband, starts to bolt in that direction. Kind of like, honestly, like serendipitous. this very big man, like really big. I want to say like 6'5", like huge. I've never seen a man like this big in my life. Kind of stopped right behind me and kind of blocked Dean and just said, listen, buddy, take it easy. Sit with your wife and your kids. I understand what you're feeling, but like, you're gonna get yourself in trouble. Thankfully, like Dean, honestly, would have caused some damage. Okay, he's protecting his family. He was in the red zone, and this man was now off, locked in a room. So at this point, I'm like hysterical, and I'm coming down from this adrenaline, and it's very, very upsetting. So I sit down with the kids. The store was amazing. They got the kids popsicles. They just got me a bottle of water, icy water, sat down. Then the police showed up, and at this point, I give my statement to one of them. He's like, okay, took my information. Then they went in the back. And then there's probably like about 40 minutes, and I'm finally able to catch my breath, stop crying, stop being so emotional, and just like think about the situation. At this point, I'm given a victim statement. So you get a form where you have to write down everything. And I sat down without anybody talking and Dean at the kids, and I just wrote down every detail you could imagine. Color of his hair, color of his skin, a bracelet he had on his hand, which hand he held his phone, which leg he touched. Like, I took a page and a half. I thought, this person is not going to get away with doing this to me. It's so violating. So I thought Dean was just waiting. So Dean was walking around hoping he would come out of this room. So the police come, and then a senior officer comes and talks to me and goes through my statement with me, and he actually had a laugh, and he says, that's the most detailed statement I have ever seen. He thought it was like beautiful, and then I had to laugh and go, well, to be honest, my job is like, I am a storyteller, so I tell stories, and I have to be specific about things when I'm making videos and writing Instagram posts. So I said, I guess my job came in handy. We had a little laugh, but they got the security footage of this person, and they took him into the station and they booked him. So now I'm not sure what's happening next. This just happened yesterday, but basically the police officer told me he's not allowed anywhere near me. It's somewhat like a restraining order. He's not allowed near my home, not allowed to talk to my family, nothing. We were concerned that maybe this person knew me because of my being a person of the internet. Did this person know me? But he didn't. He was just a creep. And there's a couple things from this story that really upset me. For one, he had a child with him. What kind of sociopath acts in that way with their own child with them? My children were with me, so that really upsets me that my children witnessed that. A couple things I'm proud of. I grabbed him by the throat and pushed him up against an aisle. I'm pretty sure I scared the SHIT out of him. I don't think he was expecting a woman to behave in that way, and I want to just clarify something. There is no appropriate way for a woman to behave. If you cross a line, if you violate me, if you threaten me in front of my children, watch out. I get chills just thinking about how angry I was. And if there was any doubt that I couldn't protect my children, that doubt is gone. There is something in you that comes over your body as a mother that protects. I went full mama bear on this guy. In fact, I gotta laugh now, but when Dean booked it off to like find this guy, one of the witnesses said to Dean, he goes, you know, buddy, he goes, your wife, I was pretty sure she was gonna kill that guy. Because they're like, she was in the red. Like, there was no way that this guy was walking away. I'm pretty sure he's got marks on his neck from where I shoved him against the wall. I feel no regret. He took advantage of my privacy and respect as a woman, as a person of this earth. And I pray that this is on his record. This is considered sexual assault, voyeurism, taking photos with intent to use as sexual matter. I hope this screws up his job career. I hope his child disrespects him. The fact that he did this in front of his kids shows me that he's done this before. I was reading about it last night. There's actual scientific evidence to say that 20% of people, mostly men, who perform these types of voyeuristic sexual assaults, this is the one of a few types of sexual deviances that they have. I'm glad I didn't doubt myself, and that is what I want to tell to every person watching this video. Never doubt your instinct. I knew something was off. The way he was following us around the aisles, the way he was so attentive to everything we were looking at, and my instincts were up. And because my sixth sense was buzzing in my ear, when I felt that touch on my leg, I knew, when I looked at him, and I knew he was the scum of the earth, There was no way in, I can't even control my language, but there was no way he was walking away scot-free. There was no way that I was going to take, oh, I'm just with my kid. I don't care who you're with. Like, he got what he deserved. I acted in the best way I could. And anyway, it gets me very revved up. I feel like, I don't feel scared. I'm wearing a dress today. I'm going to wear a dress tomorrow if I feel like it. This person's not going to change the way I behave. However, if anything, it's going to make me stronger. You know, is it unfortunate that I feel like I need to take some sort of martial arts at this point? Kind of. I've been thinking about a sort of activity, exercise I want to do, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to go and talk to, there's a facility here in my town that does like specialized martial arts and self-defense stuff, and I want to take some of that. I feel like I didn't want to hurt that person, but it would have been nice, you know? So, yeah. To some, it's like he just took a photo. Don't leave me that comment. It's so violating to be felt that way. It's your private body, it's your private space, you're in front of your children, you're just trying to live your life and go buy a water gun. And this person felt like he had the right. He doesn't have boundaries in his mind. There's something wrong with this person. And he might do it again, you know? And I hope that if these people behave in that way, that someone who feels confident enough to stop them, put them in their place, is there. So anyway, I guess the last thing to say is I'm okay. My kids are okay. Everybody's a little shaken up. I had kind of a weird sleep last night. It makes me feel very disgusting and sick inside. It's nothing I did. There's nothing I could have done differently. I didn't do anything wrong here. That person did. But it really brought up some emotions from events of my past. And I'm glad I acted the way I did. He deserved it. What a scumbag. Anyway. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.